a few months ago, Alain did the extraordinary honor of announcing me as his CEO for 1 month. I think he said, the winner this year, he's not the tallest, but he's got some gravitas, which I think on balance was a compliment. Thank you. And that was the start of this whirlwind world tour. 13 countries, 4 continents, 5 weeks. It saw me involved in Capital Markets Day, the Win for Youth triathlon. I participated and narrowly avoided drowning. Operations reviews from all around the world and numerous events with colleagues, clients, and political figures. But to backtrack a little bit, I am an engineer from the UK. I applied because I've had this intense interest in learning from senior leaders, to understand how you guys work, what makes you tick, how you perceive the world, in the hope that one day I could be in that position, hopefully for more than a month. However, I didn't know the Adecco Group. I didn't know about recruitment, so questions about the world of work, like how do we bring security and flexibility together like YOS does? How do we bridge skills gaps with education programs like our VSN brand in Japan does? Had never really come into my line of sight. And what particularly struck me was not just these questions, but the Adecco Group's role in defining the answers. In Colombia, David Arranz organized a breakfast with their presidential candidate. And he was calling upon the Adecco Group to help them plan for the future. And that said a lot, I think, about the strength of this group. So, when the world comes asking about youth unemployment, we have something unique to show them. CEO for 1 month. Rolf, our chairman, earlier this week, he talked about trust. And I think that this program demonstrates unprecedented trust in young people. On my second day, I was speaking in front of investors at the Capital Markets Day, thinking to myself, as long as the stock price doesn't go down, everything will be fine. And also giving my opinion at operations reviews, as Sean was talking about earlier, to represent this company on the BBC, on CNBC. Do you have any idea what it's like for a young person to feel trusted with that? And this program, with Experience Workday, with the launch of the Career Center, to me, shows the Adecco Group can walk the talk when it says it believes in young people, when it says it believes that they deserve valuable work experience. But, as Alain was saying, this program would not be everything that it is without the people at Adecco. Alain, I start with you. Someone who is responsible for putting over 1 million people to work every day. He dedicates 10% of his year to sharing his life with a young person. 10% of his year. And this is against the backdrop of an insane workload. Together, we took about 20 flights, and I never saw him watch a film. He is constantly reading your slides for the operations reviews. He reads everything, cover to cover, every appendix, everything. But then the respect with which he treated me, the willingness to listen, the enthusiasm with which he would introduce me, it was enormously humbling to be treated like that by someone like him. But it's not just Alain. There are 50 CEOs in this room who shared their lives with 50 CEO for 1 month. In the UK, where my journey began, the entire board, the entire company was dedicated to making sure that my experience was as fulfilling as possible, to make sure that my curiosity was fully exhausted. And the warmth that I was met with over my month. Personalized messages in a book from the Asia Pacific team. Diana, Alain's PA, who doubled her workload to make sure that I wasn't lost on the way to work or detained at the Chinese border. Ian Lee, who organized an introduction to Chinese cuisine, about 15 courses. To this day, I still don't know what I ate. But all these acts of warmth, I think, say a lot about how committed you are to this program, to making my experience special, to making the experience of the 50 CEO for 1 month special, to making the experience of all the applicants special. And I think is a real testament to how you, everyone in this room, everyone in this company, lives and breathes its values. So what does that mean for a young person? To feel like our potential means more than our experience. That we, like you, we can make a difference to how people live and work every day. Valeria, the CEO for 1 month in Peru, she will join the group as head of the CSR project in Peru. A colleague from the UK boot camp raced to join ADIA. For me, this program, this company, over really a very short period of time, has had an incredible impact. I am thrilled to say that I will be joining this family. And Alain will give some of the details in a second. Did I think that I would be joining an HR company after studying engineering? No. But I've had this extraordinary experience with extraordinary people, and I cannot think of anywhere more perfect to start my career. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah.